Hey there, I'm Angella Sharpe, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I hope you had an excellent weekend. I had a great weekend too, but we have to talk about the most exciting thing, Garth Brooks. He set a major record in all 5 of his scheduled stadium concerts this year, including the all-time record for any paid event at the Dome at America Center, which is exactly where he was this Saturday when he kicked off his stadium tour. And guess what, you guys? I got to meet him. Now, I heard wonderful things about Garth Brooks before all of this even started, but to actually meet him in real life and see it was pretty cool. He's got this way about you. He's not answering his questions any different. He's not touching it. There's nothing that he's doing that you can pinpoint, but he has a way of making you feel like you're the most important person in the room. And you know he's probably answered some of these questions 47 times that day, but he was super nice. In fact, Jerry was the photographer with me that day. He's over here on this camera. And Garth went over there and shook his hand. And when we were leaving, Jerry said, you know, not a lot of people do that. So it's pretty cool to see somebody that big still so kind to other people. And can't we all just be kind to each other? Now, later in the show, I'm going to show you some of my interview with Mr. Brooks, so you'll definitely want to stick around for that. And I'm pretty excited about this. Friday was International Women's Day, and NBA star Steph Curry celebrated with the release of his newest shoe, which was designed with the help of a 9-year-old, Riley Morrison. The inspiration for the Under Armour's Curry 6 United We Win came from that same girl, and I love this, you guys. She wrote Curry this past November because she couldn't find his shoe in the girls section. He wrote back, he said he was going to fix that issue, and that he did. Now, Riley designed a sock inner, like a liner, for the sneaker with the drawing of 2 girls holding a basketball and inspirational words like be the change, girl power, rock the Currys, and my favorite, girls hoop too. Sales for the United We Win Currys will go for a scholarship for college-bound women in the Bay Area, and the recipient will be announced each year right around International Women's Day. As a woman who loves sports, I love that he did that. And now later on in the show, as you notice, I'm here in the kitchen today. We're gonna cook. Actually, apparently I'm gonna cook, but don't worry. Carmen from Operation Food Search is here. She's gonna help me cook. She's also gonna tell us the benefit of kids eating breakfast, either at school or before school, so definitely stick around for that. Let's get started on today's Daily Mix. International Women's Month is in full swing. The Coalition of 100 Black Women Metropolitan St. Louis chapter is inviting all women to an engaging discussion on how to achieve economic empowerment by negotiating your salary. This is huge and very important. This event will give women in the workplace the necessary skills and tools needed to succeed. Come get empowered and learn how to get the salary you deserve. That is so very important. This event takes place Thursday, March 14th at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Harris-Stowe State University. For more information, visit ncbwstl.org. Now, it's hard to believe that this year marks the 25th year since Pulp Fiction hit the big screen. Full disclosure, I've never seen this movie, but this weekend you can celebrate and see the movie. It's the film's 25th anniversary in a unique way, thanks to Tenacious Eats. This Movie for Foodies event will feature 5 courses and 5 cocktails inspired by Pulp Fiction, as well as prizes for several rounds of film and music trivia, live music by Odds Lane, and of course, a special screening of Pulp Fiction. And if you feel like dressing up and you fit the theme, you can totally do that. Now, costumes aren't required, but they are welcome and of course rewarded. And you'll want to look your best for the twist-off that's planned for the intermission. Tenacious Eats will present Pulp Fiction at Mad Art Gallery this Saturday, March 16th at 6 p.m. You can get your tickets at brownpapertickets.com. You can also find out more at tenaciouseats.com. Now we, hopefully, have just made it through winter. And for many of us, that means it's time for spring cleaning. But do you know what to do with all those unwanted products? like pesticides and fertilizer and paint, well, items like that can be safely disposed of by visiting one of the 2 facilities ran by Household Hazardous Waste. And here's the best part. Once a year, St. Louis City residents can recycle up to 50 pounds of material absolutely free. Now, if you want to avoid creating more waste in the future, they suggest buying only the amount of products you need and using it all or sharing the leftovers with others. You can learn more about handling your household hazardous waste at hhwstl.com. The Humane Society is taking Painting with a Twist events to a whole new level with the Paint Your Pet fundraiser event. They are providing the chance to create a masterpiece of your furry friends. You will get step-by-step instructions and you bring your acrylic painting canvas to life. Now, attendees over the age of 21 are highly encouraged to bring their own alcoholic drinks and snacks to enjoy. This is the perfect event for your pet parents. The Paint Your Pet fundraiser event will take place this Thursday, 7 to 9 at the Humane Society of Missouri. For tickets, visit artherapystudios.com. It's right there on your screen. You definitely check it out. It looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. Now, for more than 25 years, Rebuilding St. Louis Together has been providing free home repair to veterans, low-income, and elderly homeowners to help them safely stay in their homes. And recently, the nonprofit's work was recognized with the notable What's Right in the Region Award from Focus St. Louis. The annual Focus Awards celebrate those making a positive difference in the St. Louis region. So congratulations to them. Now, if you'd like to learn more about the Rebuilding Together, visit rebuildingtogether-stl.org, or you can learn more about Focus at focus-stl.org. Now, we want to congratulate Collinsville High School. They won $10,000 for their school's athletic program with their This Is Our House video, which was selected as a grand prize winner in the Powerade Power Your School video essay contest. Let's check it out.
In the state of Illinois, in the city of Collinsville, lies the High School of Champions. Collinsville High School, the house the K-Hawks built.
How great is that? Now you can watch the entire winning video by Tomahawk Studios on YouTube. It's called This Is Our House. Now, if you would like a little luck of the Irish, maybe you should start by meeting the Irish. St. Patrick's Day is less than a week away, and the celebrations will begin this Friday with the annual St. Patrick's Day Parade Meet the Irish dinner. Various dignitaries from Ireland and the U.S. will be introduced at this formal affair, which also features cocktails, dinner, entertainment, and dancing. It's the perfect kickoff to a weekend full of great events, and it all takes place at the Hilton St. Louis at the ballpark this Friday, March 15th from 6 to 11:30. Of course, you may want to not stay too late if you plan on taking part in the 41st annual St. Patrick's Day Parade Run on Saturday. The 5-mile run through downtown and midtown St. Louis takes off at 9 a.m. with more than 8,000 participants. This is one of the largest events of its kind in the area. And if you're not quite ready for 5 miles, they're also offering a 3K version of the run. And of course, after the race, runners will definitely want to celebrate in the Michelob Ultra Runners Village at Keener Plaza, which is a perfect way to get recharged and ready for one of STL's biggest celebrations. The 50th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade kickoff is at noon, and the streets will be filled with excitement and Irish pride. They expect to have over 100 units, including marching bands and floats, cartoon characters, balloons, thousands of marchers, Irish dancer performers, and so much more. You don't want to miss all the fun, so get in the spirit and show off your festive green attire this Saturday, March 16th. The parade will run from noon till 3, making its way from 20th and Market to Broadway and Clark in downtown St. Louis. You can find out more information on all of these St. Patrick's Day events taking place this weekend at irishparade.org. Now, spring training that isn't just for ball players. No, the St. Louis Zoo's Sea Lions of Summer will begin reporting for their own spring training starting this Saturday at the Judy and Jerry Kent Family Sea Lion Sound. They'll be working with staff on perfecting their high jumps, flipper walks, high dives, and other acrobats at the First Bank Sea Lion Show. Visitors can see the sea lions in action and learn more about these intelligent pedipeds daily at their spring training shows beginning Saturday, March 16th. You can find their full schedule at stlzoo.org. That's pretty cute. I like that. Now, y'all, I told you at the top of the show, see, I got a little country there. Y'all, I told you at the top of the show that I got to meet Garth Brooks this weekend. Guess what, you guys? Here's a look of part of my interview with Mr. Garth Brooks. Mr. Garth Brooks here.
How are you?
I am great. All right, so you have got all the accolades that a recording artist really can have bestowed upon them. What is about Garth Brooks and your music that has stood the test of time?
I have no idea. I know you're playing for the largest, most loyal audience on the planet, and so these people have taken care of us all the way from Six Flags here back in '89 or '90. So they've always been sweet, and then we came through on the world tour, the comeback tour, about 2 or 3 years ago, and they treated us like we'd never left. So this is a sweet place to play.
I love that you mentioned Six Flags because you kind of shared that billing kind of with like a rodeo-ish.
Yeah. It was just, there's a song called The Old Stuff on Fresh Horses, and there's a line and it just says, just begging for a place to play. And I'm telling you, we still do that. We're still just begging for a place to play, just some place to load it in, plug it in, turn it up, and have people come.
How have you been able to stay so humble and during all of this? Because, I mean, you're one of the biggest stars, not only in country music, in music in general.
That's very sweet. Well, I don't know about the humble part, but I'm in love with George Strait, so I've always wanted to be. So until you better him, he's the king, and that ain't ever going to happen, So you kind of just stay humble and just, again, and you just go, you compare it to the guys you love and stuff. You're just a bum out here that got lucky, but it's fun, and it's cool when these people recognize a song and they start singing it with you. It's the greatest feeling on the planet.
Seriously, I can't say enough wonderful things about Garth Brooks. He was so personable and charismatic. It was pretty cool. Magically appearing here, I've got Carmen from Operation Food Search. She's going to explain all this, but first, what is Operation Food Search?
So Operation Food Search, we're a hunger relief organization. We do things from emergency food distribution, which is providing food to pantries, and also we feed kids in an after-school program and a summer meals program and an Operation Backpack program. But we also do nutrition education classes out in the community. And finally, we do a lot of advocacy work and policy innovation. So it's a very well-rounded organization.
Yeah, you're kind of covering all realms of it, but today you're kind of focusing on the breakfast for students. Why is breakfast so important?
So breakfast in the classroom particularly improves academic performance, it improves limits tardiness, and really benefits the kids because they're actually eating breakfast, so they're getting that healthy start to their day.
So they're actually eating in this classroom in your program.
So it takes the breakfast from the traditional cafeteria area and moves it into the classroom. So more students actually participate in breakfast because it's in their classroom, it's a quieter environment, they're with their teacher, they're with their friends. They can even get some work done, like read books and work on homework or start their activities for the day. So studies have shown that when they're eating breakfast in the classroom, they're more likely to sit down and eat
breakfast in the classroom. We're going to treat it.
Really helps them throughout the whole school day.
Well, I love that. Well, what do you have here for us?
Sure. So we have some examples of some of the breakfast in the classroom items. So for breakfast in the classroom, it is a federal program, and it all meets the nutrition guidelines necessary. So they get fresh fruit, low-fat milk, and whole grains. So they get up to 5 options. They must choose at least fruit, so that having at least some kind of fruit into their breakfast, but having up to 5 options, so it's kind of like they get to pick and choose what they want to eat that day.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so and these are some examples of some of those healthy options.
Yeah.
Because I'm not good with food. I'm really bad with breakfast, so you're helping me here today. Breakfast is one of those things I stop. So you kind of like a fruit and then like maybe a whole grain with it.
Yeah, so they have to take at least 3 items. So let's say they take milk, cereal, and a piece of fruit. That's a reimbursable breakfast, and it's well-rounded, has multiple food groups, has some protein, some carbs, and energy to keep them nourished through the day.
Oh, well, I love that. Now, you've got a lot of products over here that make me a little bit intimidated, I'm not going to lie.
So we're gonna make some orange oatmeal pancakes today. So not everybody has breakfast in the classroom, or maybe it's the weekend, you still wanna have breakfast. So my grandma used to always say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It is very true. So it kind of breaks that overnight fast. It gives you a nourishing start to your day, so whether you're an adult or a kid, it is one of the most important meals of the day. So these orange oatmeal pancakes have tons of whole grains in there. So in here, we have some oats, whole wheat flour, and also white flour. So it's more than half of it is whole grains. And whole grains allow you to feel fuller and focused, gives you longer lasting energy than the refined grains. So I'm gonna have you kind of mix these together.
Oh, I get to mix.
Yeah.
She's already trusting me here, you guys.
So this is one of our recipes that we use in a lot of our Cooking Matters classes. So Cooking Matters is a cooking program that empowers kids and teens and families
And adults.
to make healthy, affordable meals at home. So this is one of our most popular breakfast items. So kids love to make it, and parents love to make it with their kids. So it's a fun way to get everyone
That would be
involved.
a good little way to, like,
Yeah.
make a little memory, if you will.
And then in this, I have already measured out, we have some milk, orange juice, so the orange juice gives some really nice flavor. There's a little canola oil and an egg, so I'll have you just whisk this together.
I'm whisking. Oh,
Yes.
whisking.
So basically we're just gonna break the egg up. So I'm kind of combining it all together. But again, that orange juice is 100% fruit juice, so you're adding in some natural sweetness. So there's no actual added sugar in this.
Okay, so
pancake.
you're using a very specific kind of orange juice when
Yes,
you're doing
100% orange juice. You can even squeeze your own orange juice from oranges if you'd like.
this.
That would be a fun way to
It
get
would
the
be
kids
so
involved.
fun,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't be able to do that.
So then
Okay,
we'll
so I've
just dump
whisked.
that in there and we'll stir it to combine. And that's as simple as that.
That's what she said. I stir with this thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So it will be a little lumpy because remember there's those oats in there. So it doesn't need to be perfectly smooth. But again, this is another way to get the kids involved. That you can have it all measured out and they can do the stirring.
And then they can do all the fun part. Well,
Yes.
this is the fun part.
Yeah.
Right here is the stirring it up part.
Yep. And then once it's combined, we'll come over here and I'll get our skillet warming up.
See, the adult did that.
Yes, the adult should be on the stove. So then, so you just basically want to make sure it's combined. So we don't want to over mix it, but we want to make sure there's no large lumps in there. So we're kind of making sure everything is moist together. Now it looks good.
Looks good?
Yeah.
Oh, she said it looks good, you guys.
And then we actually use a 1/4 cup measuring utensil. So this is all about portion control. So it makes about 6 servings, and 1 serving is 2 pancakes. So we'll use that measuring cup to measure out our pancake batter. And then I'll spray some spray in here, and then you just dump it in.
I just, really?
Simple as that. And then when it's on, you'll make sure that the bubbles will start to form on the pancake, and that's when you know to flip it. So it takes about 3 to 4 minutes on one side. And then you end with these delicious pancakes. You can serve with fresh fruit. So I put oranges because they're the orange oatmeal pancakes.
Yeah, you might as well stick with that tradition there. Now, you mentioned portion control.
Yes.
How important is that just for everybody, really?
So it is very important. So you can make the healthiest food in the world, but you can still eat too much of it because there's still calories in pancakes, even though these are healthier pancakes because they have the whole grains in there. So what my ideal breakfast is combining the whole grain pancakes with some kind of protein. So you could top it with like a nut butter, pair it with a glass of milk, have a hard-boiled egg with it. So you're having this well-rounded, healthy breakfast.
And you mentioned that Operation Food Search is kind of doing the whole realm of activities. If somebody is listening and wants to get involved or wants to figure out how they can help you teach other people what they need to do, how can they do that?
So you can just go on our website. We love having volunteers help with our Cooking Matters classes, help in our warehouse. We constantly need volunteers, so you're just going on our website and looking for our volunteer opportunities.
And what would somebody do if they were volunteering? Would they...
So with the Cooking Matters classes, they could help with our kids' classes. So it's actually working hands-on with kids in the classroom, helping them teach and prepare healthy foods. In our warehouse, this could be anything from packing boxes to packing our Operation Backpack meals to sorting through canned goods. So there's tons of opportunities.
Tons of stuff, even for somebody who maybe isn't really wanting to be involved like in the public that way. There's stuff they can do behind the scenes to really help you guys out.
Definitely.
I love this. Now we got a lot of photos up here showing some of what Operation Food Search does. What am I looking at?
So this is a family in one of our families classes. So it's a mom and daughter. They're cutting a carrot together. So they're learning how to cook together in the classroom. So it's a hands-on cooking culinary class. And there's some kids making turkey tacos. So these tacos are infused with more healthy ingredients like fruits and vegetables. So we put in grated carrots, and maybe we'll make like a mango salsa to put on top.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, it sounds delightful. So you're kind of starting kids early with learning how to do this, so that when they become me, they don't go, what am I supposed to do? I like that a lot. So Operation Food Search is happening. You can always, volunteer, help them out. If there's one thing you want somebody to take away from today, what is that one thing you want them to know?
So having a healthy, well-rounded breakfast is important, but it's also trying to choose multiple food groups in all of your meals. So sneaking in vegetables wherever you can, and having at least three food groups in each meal.
I love it. Thank you so much, Carmen. And tell them one more time where they can find out more information about Operation.
On our website, so operationfoodsearch.org.
There you go. Well, we thank you so much. And you can always check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And of course, you can drop us a line right here at the Daily Mix at stltv.net. We want to hear from you. That's going to do it for the Daily Mix. We keep it right here on STL TV and Experience St. Louis.